Hey, it's Werner. A quick Sunday update. I have a problem. I've run out of coffee. Now you might say to me, Werner, stop being so lazy. Convince Martha to go buy you some coffee. Or at least try and go yourself. Jokes aside, I didn't even mention it yesterday, but Poland celebrating Constitution Day, Flag Day. I think it's kind of in the normal tongue. That was yesterday, and then Monday is another public holiday. And most of everything is closed. And when I say things are closed, they are seriously closed. You can't get anything. In fact, and this is something that was really strange to me, is that I have to pay rent and everything, you know, your usual kind of household stuff every beginning of the month. And I transferred money from my one account, my business account, into my personal account, like we all do. And I did that late Friday, thinking that, you know, I'll do it on Monday. It's no problem. And the strange thing is that everything comes to a standstill, even electronic transfers. And that's for me is really kind of new. In South Africa, the banking system is one thing that you can always count on, always cranks on. Here, and this is not the first time that this has happened to me, is that you hit a public holiday, you've done some business, then it goes on hold until people get back to work again. And I find it kind of strange because I thought that when you do like electronic transfers between bank accounts, even if it's like in Poland, that it's automated. Surely it is. Now I've got this kind of imagination of some Polish babcia sitting somewhere and she's still doing the stamp, you know? Or at least someone is holding two cables, one from the one bank and one from the other bank, and trying to like just hold them together. That's someone's job. So the transfers can go through. So when a public holiday happens, that doesn't happen. So yeah, it's strange for me. Like, jokes aside, I mean, in fact, I was teasing Martha this morning about it, using the same analogies and stories. She just raised the eyebrow and continued doing what she's doing. So yeah, public holiday tomorrow. I'm working. Martha is in the countryside with Francie and his cousins. They're having a little bit of a break. Martha's only getting back to work on Wednesday. She took an extra day off. And they're having a good time. But I'm saying good time in air quotes. You can't see it because it was raining. It's pouring today here in Warsaw and in Brodnica at the moment. Also raining. And then it started snowing a little bit, like a light snow. So, yeah, I mean, I told you the temperatures are weird this time of year. And the joke is this morning, Martha was contemplating taking swim trunks for Francie to the lake. Like, can we swim in the lake? And I mean, I called it. I said, Martha, I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe I jinxed it for her. But yeah, ain't happening in Poland this time of year. So we still have a little bit to wait for summer to really kick in. And I've been contemplating doing a little bit of a trip on the longboard while they were away. And I think that is probably also off the table because I don't want to be doing that in the wet. I did it once and it's not a great experience. So yeah, I'll be hitting keyboard tomorrow, doing some work. I have to catch up on a few things, and there's a few things on the horizon too. So that is my update for the day. Sorry, apologies Poland for not taking into account what's happening here with my host country and what's going on. But it is definitely kind of related to the pandemic because usually we are much more attentive to what's going on, especially in public holiday front and why those public holidays happen. And yeah, we're also looking forward to a little bit of an easing on the lockdown next week. So we'll see how that plays out. And then I've seen some data coming through from the government that there's definitely been a dip in deaths here in Poland. So that's looking good. I mean, I'm feeling positive that we're moving towards something. And I have to document it here. And I wanted to say something about India. And my heart goes out to folks over there in India where it is just devastation. Like, I mean, of course, I'm basing my perspective on what I'm seeing in the news and all the articles and stuff that I've been reading. And it's insane. It's like I feel so bad. And of course, naturally want to like lash out and you ask questions like, why has this happened? And, is the government over there taking ownership? But it's strange. I was actually in a meeting with someone. I work with a client where there's multiple regions involved, and I specifically remember before this current wave hit that a member of their leadership of this piece of business was like really confident about India and the rest of Asia opening up, and that they're definitely looking at doing in-person events this year. And I wonder how that perspective might have shifted now, specifically what has happened. And I'm not saying this person who claimed this is bad or evil. They were just not ready or prepared or kind of saw what was coming, and someone equated it to a tsunami, and I think that is exactly what hit India. So it's strange, and I think that's sometimes what we need to take into account when politicians aren't telling the stories that they should be telling, or perhaps it's also erring on being a little bit more safe and using your own kind of intuition and your eyeballs to see what's going on around you, and thinking about your family and your loved ones. But it's of course 2020 hindsight again, right? So once again, heart goes out to India, and I'm hoping that things are going to be looking up there as well. And of course, as always, if it happens in India, I'm always worried about my country, specifically in Africa, because I don't want something to happen to my loved ones and family over there in South Africa. So I am concerned that not that it'll spread from India to South Africa, but that something like that might happen in South Africa, or in anywhere in Africa for that matter. So let's cross fingers that things are going to be starting to look up for all of us, and that those vaccines will reach the destinations that they need to reach. A little bit of a heavy note to end the Sunday conversation on, but let's see what happens next week. And remember to look out for the extraordinary, even if it's just a little kid sitting in the back of the car waving goodbye as they drove off to the countryside today. How awesome is it that someone is smiling and waving back at me, and kind of likes his dad. He spoke to me a couple of minutes ago, and we were just geeking out about Lego motorcycles. I'm super grateful. Thanks for listening.